All right, so is there any other community questions or comments?
Yes.
Please come forward.
Would one of the two of you please video me while I make my...
Sure.
You're going to have to get in front of me instead of back in the head.
You know I don't do this.
All right. Okay, Carol Harvey, journalist. Two questions. First of all, a comment. It is very difficult to keep track of this material while I'm videoing it. I do not have a hand free to write questions down. So this is difficult, and I'm making a note of that. Okay, so question number one, from my memory, the low-level radiological objects, the Llro sheet that you had up there, the chart, could you go to it again?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Is that going to be available online on the Navy site?
So yes, so this will be included in the completion report for the project. In fact, all the way up through number 610 is already in the HRA STM. So you can find a snapshot of this entire sheet all the way up to object 610.
Okay, I can't see that. Is 610 on there?
Well, this is just a snapshot. So this, it's kind of irrelevant what this number is.
Except this is the work that you're doing now, so it is relevant. I'm asking about this current material. Is it available?
Yeah, so I'll try and explain it again. So items 0 to 610 is already documented in a report, which is the HRA STM. So you can get all that information. From 610 onward is going to be in our current radiological completion report for this project. So yes, the answer to your question is yes.
So when is it going to be available online?
I believe I put it up there, August of 2016 is when we'll have a final report. That's when you'll have an idea.
So we have to wait to 2016 before we can look at this material?
That's when the report comes out, yes. Yeah, that's...
This week, 2016, before we can look at this information?
Formally, yes.
That's a year?
It's, yeah, well, yeah, it's 2016.
Yeah, okay, so we can't look at this now. I have video of it. I can't see it visually now, but I got video of it. So that's the only way it's available to us, is through my videos. Right now.
So this information will be part of a formal report. There's lots and lots of information that goes into the formal report at the end of the project. So that's just a typical way that we do the field work, and then, you know, we have to put all that information into a report and check it, and then it becomes releasable to public information. But let me ask you this, what information are you looking for?
I want to be able to study all that.
What information
and
do you want?
understand it. First of all, Chris, I told you, I can't visually see that from here at all.
Okay.
I don't know what's on that sheet.
Okay.
My camera catches it all.
Yeah, Carol, I would add that if you look at the table that's in the text memo, and you look at the objects that are there, the type of objects, we aren't finding anything that is really different than...
But you're finding a lot more.
Numerically more. They're not anything new or really different than what's on that list. So if you look at the list, you can get a really good idea of what we're finding day after day.
Heath?
And I'm not, well, it mystifies me, you saying you can't read that on the screen.
No, I can't see it.
But you don't need to see it, it's in your presentation on page 23, and it's clearly on page 23.
I'd like to know if it comes with a bunch of other data and whether it's online.
So it's on page 23, this presentation.
But Chris is saying it's in a whole packet of information. So
what Chris is indicating is that he's on this project, and when you complete the field work, what the contractor does is they put together a report, a draft report, and when they put together a draft report, that'll be available for you to review along with all the rest of us.
And that's in
including the
2016.
That's when the project's complete, then they issue the report, and that's when we all get to look at it, yes.
And you get
Yes,
to look
ma'am.
at it now, you have it now. Okay, the low-level radiological objects, let's stress again, that you minimize talk, no, it's only low level. There's only low level, not to worry. Continued contact over a long period of time with low-level radiological objects can make people sick. Let's make that clear and let's get it on the record. My second question is about the wind gusts. Didn't you say at the last meeting that these wind gusts had to be sustained for a period of time? You didn't mention that tonight. You said if you get above 25.
So 25 is our alarm point. So when the wind does hit 25, there is a setting in that computer that I showed you that will alarm the superintendent's phone.
But
So it's a
didn't
long
you say last time it
For
had to
work
be
to stop.
sustained
Correct.
for a period of time?
Correct. So there's a difference between wind gust, just like when you look on weather.com and it gives you a wind speed, it's a sustained wind speed of say 7 miles per hour. You may have gusts up to 15. Same thing here when you get wind up to 20. You can have a gust to 25.
Do you not work until, do you not stop work until it's sustained for a period of time? And if so, how long does it have to be sustained before you stop the work?
I don't know the number of minutes, but it's an average wind speed. So you take a duration of time, if it averages, so it's math, right? So time versus your average wind speed, if that's over 25 miles per hour, we stop. It's not a gust. So if you have a spike and it just goes 28 miles per hour and comes back down, we don't stop. It's your average wind speed over a duration of time.
Over what time period? What's the time period? How long does it have to be sustained?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're looking at me, Chris.
No, because I thought you were answering the question. So I don't know the answer to that, Carol, right now.
Well, then when do you stop the work? You're on the project, you're the project manager, when do you stop the
Yeah.
work?
Well, Ricky, do you happen to have the number?
I believe it's 5 minutes, but
Yeah,
we can
it's 5
follow up
minutes.
with that.
Okay.
With the verification of that.
Okay.
I believe it's
Yeah, I just-
stayed for 5 minutes.
Carol, I apologize, I just don't have that number off the top of my head right now, so. we
Okay,
can-
5 minutes is an estimate or a guess here. That says something. That says something.
Okay.
All right,
So,
thank you.
all right, thank you very much.
That was
Um,
tease. Thanks a lot.
Any more comments on the presentation before we move on? Does anyone wish to comment on the presentation? Yes? Okay, please come forward.